Are you a plus-size person looking to come to Wild Adventures in Valdosta, Georgia? Here are the top 5 rides for plus-size people. Starting at number 5, Turtle Twist. This is what we would call a classic tilt-a-whirl without the large hood that's usually found over it. It operates with what's called a gravity bar, so it doesn't actually lock into place, and the force of the spin will hold it down. A lot of the rides on this list are going to be spinning rides. Those tend to be better for plus-size riders because the force makes it easier to keep people in the seats with less restraints. But this is one, the first ones you're coming to, and should be good for most riders. Do be careful if you're riding with another person because you will be sliding into them and you don't want to crush anybody. Next up is Swamp Buggy Bumper Battle. This is a classic bumper car style ride. It does not have any belt restraints. It has one large bar that comes down and doesn't have to lock into place and can lock wherever you want to go. It can be a little bit difficult reaching over it because it's only going to come down to where your belly is, but I didn't have any real problem with it. I also like this one because there's no bar in the middle and you can kind of just go wherever you feel like all over the area here. So go knock some sense into some friends or strangers. Coming in at number 3 is the Swingin' Safari, and this is an old carnival style ride with one bar that comes down over you and really just kind of locks into place wherever it lands, and you'll be perfectly fine here. Now, this does rock, and when it goes around, you will be swinging, and then it will go backwards as well. It can be a little difficult getting in and out because of that loose swing, but you should be perfectly fine with the size of it. Like a lot of old carnival rides, it may not actually feel very safe, but I'm sure it's very safe, and I had really enjoyed this one. So get to rocking and swinging. We're going to continue with our twists at number 2 with Tailspin. This is a large spinning disc ride where you sit down and go up and down on a U-shaped track, and it spins around as you do that as well. I was not sure I was going to fit in this. They did have to give it a little bit of a push to lock me in, but I was in there nice and secure, and it was actually a fairly comfortable ride. It comes up over, the restraint comes up behind you and just locks behind. By the way, if you'd like to know every single ride, make sure you watch the full walkthrough. And if you'd like a printable guide, make sure to check out my resources. I fat test all sorts of parks all over the world, so make sure to check them out. And rounding out our top 5 with number 1 is Boomerang, which is a roller coaster that goes forwards and backwards. And to be honest, I was very surprised at this. I've tried to ride this same exact coaster at other parks at about the same size and have not been able to fit on it. This one I had absolutely no problem fitting on. So I was very impressed with the restraints here at Wild Venture. This is an over-the-shoulder harness, which can tend to be a little bit more difficult for plus-size riders. But I got in and I pulled it down, and he said I was in securely and had absolutely no problem. I got off this ride, and honestly, I was shocked I had fit on it, and I was just so happy. So if you want a great, pretty intense coaster, this one at Wild Ventures is perfect for you. And that rounds out our list. What other theme park would you like to see me do? Leave a comment.